I'm Crypto Pio. This is Escape Velocity, and this is a NiftyGateway drop watch being done remotely. I'm down in Miami right now shooting some content with the CEO of Black Dove, which is an NFT technology or display software company. So let's dive right into today's drop. So we're looking at Ness Graphics. It's been a really interesting week for NiftyGateway. There's been a little bit of controversy, dare I say it, in the NiftyGateway world, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I'm going to talk first about Ness Graphics and this drop. So the drop structure for the drop that's about to open, the exhibition that's going to open in 4 minutes and 18 seconds, is all drawings and one auction. So we've got 3 drawings, $1,500, $3,000, and $3,000 price points. So, solid price points with relatively low mints, right? The highest mint is 50, and then an auction. So this is an established artist of Ness Graphics deciding that he was going to structure his drop in a way that promotes scarcity. So no open edition, no bots, because bots bring in the risk, or excuse me, no packs, because packs bring in the risk of bots. And the drawing structure has been favorable compared to other ones recently, right? So if we look right here at the drawing from earlier, it was a $3,000 price tag. So it was a considerable amount of money, and you needed to own Home Base, which was a previous drop by Ness Graphics before. So, a reward for collectors. There were only 35 entries for 15 mints at 3,000 bucks. So this is a win-win, right? This gives collectors an incredibly high probability to be able to actually land the piece. And then it's a scarce piece, only 15 that are actually going to be out there. And then if you do the math, right, 3,000 times 15, it's a guaranteed 45,000 bucks in one fell swoop for Ness Graphics. So, it's a home run, it's a win all around. When we look at this drop right here, if we kind of add it up, right, not to be pocket watching here, but just to show the sort of the potential for earnings by Ness Graphics, we have 75 grand worth of the first drawing. We have 300 or 30,000, I should say, for the second one. And then whatever 25 times 3, so 75,000 plus 75K. So he's basically bringing in almost $250,000 on this drop guaranteed, because all of the drawings are going to sell out, and then we'll see what the auction sells for. So, Ness Graphics is, again, an established artist. He's rewarding collectors with this drop, and he's demonstrating that he's not going to do any sort of predatory drop structures that negatively impact collectors. So all in all, I think that this is a solid drop all the way around for everybody. I don't think that there's any sort of red flags. I'm not going to participate in the drop. I don't have the liquidity for this right now, but I will be curious. We're going to pay attention to how many people enter these drawings. They're not open yet, but I want to see how many people enter, because I would imagine that quite a few people are going to enter. The marketplace in general has been pretty barbecued recently, I'll be honest. We're seeing a lot of just tanking of the sort of staple pieces on the platform, right? Like it's just tough, man. Like the CryptoCaster just sells for $795, Josh Pierce selling for $339, Bitcoin Angel's down to $1,500, a cube is $1,800. Anime is down to 400. Genesis, oh no, is down to 701. And Karma Chameleon holding strong at drop price. But I checked out on a different stream earlier on Nifty Culture, that's at NFT Culture. Karma Chameleon actually has been selling routinely for closer to $600, $700, $800. But let's get back to the matter at hand, which is Ness Graphics' drop that's starting in 45 seconds. One other big story is 888. The whale on NiftyGateway that everybody is, kind of a fan of, that's a collector, just because he's such like an animal. He just apes in to everything, right? If I pull up his collection, you'll see he's just got so much stuff. He's got like 10 of every note. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like he's withdrawn or sold all of his stuff, because he had this diesel collection, and now he just has some serious pack. Like all the pack. This is pretty crazy. He has 1,000 cubes. That's nuts. That's really crazy. He's got 100 cubes, He's got 200 cubes. 500 cubes. Wow. So he really went hard on this one. This one's pretty sweet. But he is disgruntled with Nifty Gateway. He's disgruntled with a number of things that he's been speaking out about. And there's a bit of public tension between him and Nifty Gateway right now. So we'll have to see how it gets resolved and what impact it has on the platform longer term. So if I look here at Ness Graphics at Hacker, we're looking at already 135 entries on this. So that's gonna, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of entries on these, 84 entries. It's an established thing. People understand that Ness Graphics has real value. So you're looking at 70 entries. The reason that there's 70 entries on this one is because this is a true edition of 25. And then this one has more, right? 149, because there's only 10 mints out of the 25 remaining. So the assumption is either these other 15 are reserved for the artist, they are being given to people that the artist likes, or they're going to be used later in some sort of, giveaway where the artist has the option to give them away or something like that. So there's not a lot of information out there on this, but one other common thing that we're seeing now is must own at least one NFT to enter the drawing. So this again is a reward for existing NFT collectors. It's promoting people to hold their NFTs, to hodl their NFTs versus always, flipping them, selling them, so on and so forth. So it looks like, yeah, we got probably another 30 minutes on this thing. So we're not going to stick around for the whole thing. Okay, sorry, 13 and a half minutes. But regardless, like, you get the picture. There's a ton of entries at a $3,000 price point. There are over 300 entries, and we're like 5 minutes into this, which means that people really believe in this. The addition of 25 is a low mint count, and Ness Graphics is very reputable. And obviously, the piece itself, which I haven't even talked about, is just sick. Like, I'm a big fan of Ness Graphics. I think that he has some similar stylings, but in his own original way, very unique, very different to Mad Dog Jones. Brilliant use of color, integration with technology, themes of like screens and technology pieces, green colors, different shades of green. There's a lot of cool stuff, like digital stuff. This one, like the color palette here, like green, pink, like purple. This is a very MJD, MDJ, Mad Dog Jones-esque color palette. A little nod to the CryptoPunks right there, by the way, which is pretty sweet. They were actually just auctioned off by, I believe it was Christie's, major auction house. A lot of controversy there as well. The Punks collectors were not happy with the way that Christie's laid out the structure of that auction. I think Christie's thought it was clever. Punks thought it was disrespectful. They felt that it should have been approached in a different way, and that Punks did not get the same reverence and respect that a piece from the traditional art world, like a Picasso or a Basquiat, would have gotten. So that's kind of the story there. It can get in, there's a lot of back and forth between different entities within the NFT world right now. So there's a few different kind of storylines playing out. But here, I mean, this says it all. We have 11 minutes left. We're already pushing 750 entries, 720 entries on a $3,000 piece. In case you were wondering if Ness Graphics, 800 entries right here. If you're wondering if Ness Graphics is like a solid, strong artist in the eyes of the market, absolutely. Look at this, absolutely. So I'm just going to enter this drawing real quick. Why not? I'm just going to enter it. Let's party. Because it's pretty clear that there's a lot of hype around this. So I just entered this one, and we'll see if I get it. That'll be interesting. But yeah, just to kind of go back, we're seeing a lot of cratering in the market across the board, and it'll just be really, really wild to see what the long-term, repercussions of this are going to be. So, appreciate everybody for watching. I'm going to jump now. I'm going to continue to drop watch these pieces or these drops all week. And I will also be dropping a lot of very cool content on Nifty Culture. Thanks for watching.